Have you ever heard of the term metaphysics? So metaphysics basically means more than the physical. And when we look at that connection between the mind and the body, we realize that the body really does give you a little bit of insight into what's going on in the mental, emotional part of that person's life. Now, as a healer of more than 30 years and a clinical and five-path hypnotherapist, it's always fascinated me when I started to look at that link. And one of the first books I had on metaphysics was Louise L's book, You Can Heal Your Life, and her little tiny book, which has now been done as a beautiful bigger book on Heal Your Body. And there are lots of other books I've read as well. The Body Keeps the Score, The Body is the Barometer of the Soul, and I've got a huge big book at work on kinesiology and metaphysics. So I've studied these books over the years. I'm just going to show you some of the books that I've got in my little bookshelf at home. There's a lot on Reiki, as you can see, also Conversations with God, Astrology for the Soul, Wisdom of the Tao, and The Secret Code, some on Feng Shui, the Florence Scovel Shin books, Mona Lisa Schultz, which is also on intuition and working with the body. And of course, I used to teach yoga and Tai Chi for 10 years, so there's still some of my yoga books here, although I've moved some of those on energy medicine, EFT, which I've studied, and the Bhagavad Gita, Ask and It Is Given. So that's Esther and Jerry Hicks books. And down the bottom, some on astrology, the paranormal, all sorts of different things, Egyptology. And of course, that is just one of my 3 bookshelves at home. And I've also got a bookshelf at work that I use all the time. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how this all fits in. So when we look at energy medicine, what we realize, of course, is that when we've got mental and emotional issues going on in our life, it can cause a block in the flow of our energy field. And that is our aura. So if we're not able to deal with that, that blocked energy moves into manifest as illness or injury on the body. And this can then turn into diseases if we're not able to cope with it. So everything is connected. We're not just a mind or a body. We are a whole being of light, and everything connects everything else. So I know when I'm doing Reiki, my goal is to channel energy and send it into that person's aura and into their body, so it clears those bits of blocked energy. So it means that it brings the body-mind system back into balance. And once the energy flows, generally things will heal. And that means pain disappears. Sometimes diseases will disappear. Mental and emotional problems can clear as well. Now, there has been so much research done on this over the years. And even Deepak Chopra, who's an Ayurvedic medicine doctor, he has books out on this mind-body connection and metaphysics and how different things will affect different parts of the body. And he talks about it being chemicals even being released into the body in different parts of the body that can then cause a problem with that part of the body. So simply the best way to do that is to think about, what does this body part do for my body, and how can that relate back to my life? So for example, if we've got problems with the shoulders, you've heard the saying, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Now, if we've got problems with our feet, it's I don't know where I stand, or I've got problems moving forward in life. Think about the spine. When we've got problems with the spine, we think about that's our support system. So if it's behind the upper back, it's often not feeling emotionally supported in our relationships because it's the back of the heart center. If it's the lower back, we're looking at survival stuff because, again, it's connected to the chakras in those areas as well. So I'm going to also share with you a little link in this post, or if I put this on YouTube, it will be below the video. And that link is just a connection to a copy of a metaphysical book that I found online. I believe that it's very similar to, if not completely the same as, Louise L and her book with Heal Your Body. But it's just to give you an understanding so that you can see that our mental emotional life has a huge impact on our health. And what I often find through the work that I do, we can work on the mental emotional level, clear the mental and emotional issue, which will then clear the energy block, which can then often clear physical blocks in the body. Or we can work with things like Reiki, Touch for Health Kinesiology, Qigong, where we're clearing blockages in the meridians. And again, we clear the energetic block, and that can speed up the physical process of healing, but it can also speed up the mental emotional program. So have a little think about it. It really, it's been around for a long time. It's not something I've made up. A lot of the work that Louise L studied was from Florence Scovel-Shinn, who was a metaphysician who died in 1956. So it's been around for a long, long time. And I recommend that you start thinking about the things that are going on in your life, in your body, because when I first read that book, You Can Heal Your Life, and then I got that little book, Heal Your Body. That was my Bible when I started doing Reiki treatments on people. If somebody came in and they had a problem with their knees, I'd say, let's have a look what the book says. And it would say stubbornness, ego and pride. Sometimes that's a lack of. And anything to do with joints is flexibility. So have a little think about that. And it can sometimes give us the key to some more insights into our own healing. And often when we have an understanding what it is that our body's trying to tell us, we can start to take action and start to deal with those issues that are going on in our life. Now, we also realize that the soul language, the language of the soul, is first your gut feeling. So you know if something doesn't feel right, you might just have that feeling in your tummy, that real angst that this isn't right. If we don't take action, then it moves in through the energy field. So I hope that's been helpful today. And as I said, I'll leave a link in this post or on my YouTube channel so that you can download the book, have a look through, and let me know your comments, because I think you'll be amazed. I used to find it was about 80 to 90% accurate. So enjoy, guys, and have a wonderful day.